Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hosanna Oki. Kuko, can you let me be serious? Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hosanna Oki. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video today. I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial. It's going to be really easy, day to day, no makeup, and I'm going to try and make it as extensive as possible. So every time I'm doing another story time or get ready with me video, I don't have to start explaining what I'm doing or what products I'm using. First things first is moisturizer, and I use you have to go. The first thing I just did is apply aloe vera gel on my face. I'm going to put a link of all the products in the description box. Oh my gosh, I finally got to say that. Yes, I'm going to put all the products there and you can check them out if you want to. The next thing is sunscreen. I'll be using sunscreen because it's daytime and, well, if you can see the sun, then you need sunscreen. The sunscreen I'm using is Altruist in SPF 50. Do the whole 2-finger rule thing. This sunscreen is a bit tricky to work with, not gonna lie, especially if you don't have a lot of time to blend. Whatever you do to your face, you have to do to your neck as well. I feel like this is common knowledge, but some people don't know this. And yes, I apply sunscreen before makeup because it will still protect my skin. Just because you're wearing makeup doesn't mean you can't wear sunscreen. And if you're meant to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours, you can do that with spray sunscreens over your makeup. There's no excuse anymore. Oh my gosh, it's entered my eye. This sunscreen, if it enters your eye, my heart goes out to you. Just go and buy another eye because it stings so bad. The next step is face primer, and I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime primer. I'm applying it on my forehead, over my brows, my eyelids, and my nose. The first thing I'm going to do after all of that is set my face with powder. I'm a fan of drugstore makeup, so this is a classic powder palette. It has 6 colors inside, but 2 have bitten the dust, as you can see. Applying a light layer of powder all over my face, and I'm just patting it in. I want the powder. See what you made me say? What the powder does is that it helps to set all the products you put on your face, and it also helps to give you a layer of coverage. The next thing I'm going to do is apply blush. I use this lip palette I have for blush. I got this on Instagram from Modini Beauty Store. Whenever you use a cream blush, you go over it with a matte blush. So when I use that one, I will go over it with this Bobbi brown blush. I'm using this color here as blush. Okay, yes, as blush. Am I nervous? Oh. Hosanna, you're a YouTuber, calm down. For everyday makeup, honestly, I'm not trying to look like I did a lot. I'm really not, because it's meant to be, you know, effortless, and I'm just meant to look like I'm glowing from within or something ridiculous like that. Like, you know when guys say, I like my women natural, but they don't know she has a full face of makeup on. Yeah, that's what I mean. And when I'm done with that, I will blend it with a beauty blender.
I better get that shit to fry. You do fire! Jesus! Your cheeks!
The only video I didn't do makeup for was the productivity video. If you haven't watched that, go watch it, by the way. When you're satisfied with how it looks, take your matte blush and set it immediately. Try as much as you can to get a shade that is very close to the shade that you just used. If not, it might affect the color payoff. As you must have noticed, I'm doing my makeup in reverse, and I strongly recommend doing this because there are going to be times when you start your makeup, if you're like Nisha, and then you can't finish before you go out. If your makeup is done from skin work to brows and eyes, you can at least still go out without your brows done or your eyes done. But if you start with your brows and eyeshadow and then there's fallout all over your face, you can't go anywhere, and you're either stuck trying to finish your makeup in a moving car or wiping the whole thing. The next thing I'm going to do is my under eye. I'm going to use these 2 foundations, Flawless Ivy. This one is 501 Ivory, and this one is 607 Nutmeg. And again, it's day to day, so I'm not trying to look hella highlighted and contoured, but trust me, it will make a difference. I have to warn you, this makeup dries fast, so you have to work quickly. This is not what this brush is meant for. You will learn very quickly that I don't ever use brushes for what they're meant for, but it's fine, we're fine. The reason I'm blending with a brush first is so that the products can be spread. I'm just moving it back and forth so you can see that even though I placed it just here, it has moved to the outer corner of my eyes. And I'll just put it over my lids as well so it gives it a uniform shade. And don't be afraid to go over your blush a bit, just so that it blends in and there's no line of demarcation like there is on this side. Now onto the other side. If your foundation dries or your concealer dries down too much, you can just revive it with setting spray, honestly. Setting spray is legit the answer to all your makeup problems. Dry eyeliner, setting spray. Broken powder, setting spray. Broken eyeshadow, setting spray. The next thing I'm going to do is take that same brush with nothing on it and just blend the rest of my face. So it hasn't necessarily covered up all my spots, but it has definitely done something. Now, obviously, you know what's coming next, set your face. But this time around, you're not setting it with powder, you're setting it with setting spray and a beauty blender. The setting spray I'm using is from Kiss Beauty. I love how that feels on my skin, and this beauty blender from INOB, she's the truth. Just look at how she's blending. What is this? I love it so much, and it's so soft. I don't even understand how they made it this soft. This is the softest beauty blender I've ever used. My skin looks better from when the video started, but not so much that you're like, this girl is wearing a lot of makeup. But can you see all that we've done? Up next is brows. I think I need to get up close and personal for this one. I do my brows in two ways. I either conceal them first and then fill them in after, or fill them in first and decide whether or not to conceal them. Before you laugh about how I do my brows, I just need to know that necessity is the mother of invention, okay? And there was a period of time that I didn't have any brow pencils except the ones that I had sharpened so much they had become really short. So what I did was I got all my pencils that were at that length, both black and brown, and I put them in here and I just like mashed it together. So this is what I use to fill in my brows. Just, you know, rub it around in there. So I fill them with hair-like strokes. And then now for the second one. Okay, now you saw me use the fine line brush, but this is me using an angle brush. I use an angle brush when I want more precision, which is not all the time. I think the angle brush is actually faster. See that? At this juncture, at this point, if I see that I filled in the brows decently, I will leave them like that because I'm not trying to put a question mark where I could put a period. But today this brow is acting up and I have to conceal it. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, but it's flat enough to get underneath my brows and do the job, so I use it for this sometimes. So you see this left brow here it doesn't need to be concealed at the top. So as I said, I'm not trying to question that which the Lord has done. So I'm just going to use that brush and clean up whatever I think needs cleaning up. My brows used to be twins once upon a time, but now I'm just happy they're friends, honestly, because I don't have the energy. Again, you already know, take the brush, take powder, set. Set it all so that the concealer or foundation doesn't move around a lot. All right, so the next step is to set my under eye. I don't believe in baking, but I do believe in setting my under eye. I'm going to take the beauty blender and I'm going to take my shade of the powder. Don't forget to set your mustache, girl. I remember when I used to be so self-conscious about these things. I used to be self-conscious about the darkness of my knuckles. I used to be so conscious about my dentition and just a lot of things that don't even matter, fam. Like, you can't change them in a split second, so why spend time obsessing over them? I'm taking a black opal powder. I don't know the shade. I'm not trying to make the nose look tiny because that's not realistic. I don't have a small nose. Taking out whatever excess is under my eye from the powder that I placed there. If not, you will have flashback, especially because you didn't wear a lot of foundation, so there's really nothing for the powder to absorb. It's just going to sit there on your skin and look cakey. You don't want that. Okay, now for my eyeshadow. Using a Zaron lipstick, I apply it on my eyelids. Yes, lipstick on my eyelids. I've been doing this since Kylie started with her lip kits. I think that was the first time I ever did it. And I remember the video so clearly. It was pink. This is why you don't talk. This is why you don't talk when you're doing makeup. No, Hosanna. It's fine, we're fine, it's fine. It's fine, breathe, okay? I'm taking this same brush and I'll just buff it in. So there was still a bit of powder left on it. and that's what I'm using to buff it in. I'm just patting. I love this lipstick as an eyeshadow so much because it gives my eyes a bit of definition and depth without looking like I tried too hard. Then now with a clean brush, I'll just blend everything out. And this blending now is taking place right underneath my brow bones. So that's why I put the brown color only in my crease, so that when I'm blending it out, it sort of diffuses and meets with the concealer that's already there. Y'all think I forgot mascara? No, I can't do that. I can't forget about mascara. The mascara I'm using is from Black Opal. I typically don't curl my lashes with mascara. I just apply it underneath. And I feel like a lot of people already know this. After doing this, I will take a spoolie and just get rid of the excess. If I'm feeling spicy, I will take whatever is left on the spoolie and just run it through my brows. So it darkens them up a bit and it acts as a sort of, I don't know what to call it, but it makes it darker and it helps it stay in place because mascara is hard, obviously. And I'll do the same with my lower lash. If you're scared of your lower lashes messing up your skin work, then you can put tissue under there or a card or something that is firm. Okay, this is what we have right now. Now, eyeliner. I'm not a fan of black eyeliner. This is a brown pencil, Avon Luxury Brow Liner in dark brown. Before I made my own concoction, this is what I would use for my brows. And it has this grayish undertone that is not flattering for my skin tone. So I just stopped. And now I use it as my eyeliner. I just line to the middle and leave it. Same thing on this side, line to the middle and leave it. And you can actually even still see that like gray, not nice, I don't know how else to describe it. So most times when I'm using it, I have to go over it with black. But the reason I use it first is because it softens up the black. And if I see that the black is still too dark, I'll just go over it again with the Avon. So it has its time and place. It's just not something I can use on its own and just go. I'm taking one of these shimmery colors and it's Flamingo, mixing it with Sandy, and I'm just going to place that in the inner corner of my eye so it gives it a little bit of shine. After placing it there, take a clean brush and you start blending. And I blend by just patting it forward and backwards. I'm not trying to take it all over my eye, so you have to be careful. If not, before you know it, you'll just be seeing it in the middle of your eye. I went on with my makeup thinking that it was still recording, but apparently my storage got full and the video stopped. It's fine, we're fine, it's fine. I had basically already gotten to the end. I decided to take the lipstick off because that's the only thing I did off camera that you didn't see. I start out with putting clear lip gloss on so that whatever else goes on top of it just glides on and it doesn't tear my lips. And the lip liner I'm applying is from The Promise. I actually thought it was a Davis pencil, but it's not. I'll take a red lip liner pencil. Actually, it's an under eyeliner pencil, and I did use it for my under eyes when I thought the camera was recording. Only in the middle parts, and then I'll just spread it across like so. Now the secret touch. Come closer. I'll take this really light pink and I'll just place it in the middle. I know I look crazy. I'm looking at myself right now, but that's because I want to take my Nivea lip balm that is pink to sort of soften the color up a bit. And I'll place it over that. So you see it has toned it down. Relax, calm down. Trust me. And this is basically my lip tutorial. There's nothing, too dramatic about it. I just go over it with lip gloss at the end and bada bing, bada boom. Makeup is complete.